Across the Philippines, many individuals are silently battling diseases we don't always talk about. Sexually transmitted infections, HIV, and AIDS. These are not new, but misinformation and silence still surround them. Today, it's time to change that. It's time to become safe, informed, and united in this fight. STIs, or sexually transmitted infections, are infections passed from one person to another through sexual contact. Common STIs include chlamydia, gonorrhea, syphilis, and HPV. Many people don't show symptoms, but without treatment, these infections can cause serious health issues. STIs can be prevented through safe sex practices, regular testing, limiting sexual partners, and staying educated. There's no shame in protecting your health. Knowledge is protection. HIV, or human immunodeficiency virus, weakens the immune system. If untreated, it can lead to AIDS, the most advanced stage of HIV. But today, with modern medicine, people with HIV can live long, healthy lives. HIV is not a death sentence. HIV is transmitted through blood, semen, vaginal fluids, rectal fluids, and breast milk. It is not spread by hugging, kissing, or sharing food. Stigma and fear only make things worse. Facts save lives. Testing is fast, confidential, and often free at health centers. If you test positive, treatment is available. With the right care, you can live well, work, and love like anyone else. Don't be afraid. There is support. There is hope. Filipinos are strong, caring, and united. By learning the truth, getting tested, and supporting one another, we build a future that's healthy, safe, and stigma-free. Every question asked, every test taken, and every conversation started is a step forward. Get informed, get tested, show compassion. Together we fight STIs, HIV, and AIDS. Together we protect the Filipino community.
Si Dwin Dwin, isa sa pinakabatang nagpositibo sa HIV. Tulad ni Nanay Elena, isa rin siyang HIV/AIDS awareness advocate, kaya pumayag siyang ipakita namin ang kanyang mukha. 26 na taong gulang na siya ngayon, pero sariwa pa rin sa kanyang alaala ang trahedyang sanhi ng kanyang pagkakasakit.
I will take you back in 2007. I was diagnosed at the age of 9 years old. I was one of the youngest kid po na na-diagnose in the year of 2007. So it happened before my celebration of my 9th birthday. I was abducted by 2 guys, so trigger warning. So ayun po, I'm a victim of rape and murder. At that age, I don't know what will happen to me before the tragedy. So ayun po, after that, they found me after 4 hours of being dead. So I was being saved by my heart condition, which is the hypertrophic cardiomyopathy. So dahil po sa emotional stress and all, nag-stop yung heartbeat ko. And then, ayun po, nadala ko sa hospital. So they saved me and I survived.
Dahil sa nangyari, nagkaroon siya ng tinatawag na post-traumatic stress disorder o PTSD. At matapos ang 5 buwang gamutan para rito, nagpositibo naman siya sa HIV.
Noong mga panahong yun, Dwin, na-diagnose ka ng PTSD, tapos nalaman mo na may HIV ka, nangyari pa sa'yo yung nangyari sa'yo noon. Paano mo kinaharap lahat ng yun?
So back then, it was really hard. When it comes with HIV, I don't know what HIV really was. Hindi ko siya kilala, hindi ko siya alam. Maski yung family ko at that time, hindi nila masagot yung mga tanong ko na kung sakit lang ba to sa puso, lagnat lang ba. Hindi nila kayang sagutin because they have no knowledge at all. So, through time, they made a book which is na imbis na fairy tale book yung binabasa sa akin ng papa ko, ang binabasa niya sa akin is yung book po na ginawa nila for me na para mas maintindihan ko yung HIV.
Hindi naging madali para kay Dwin Dwin ang mamuhay ng may HIV sa murang edad.
Nung elementary po ako, alam po, syempre alam po lahat, maski lahat po ng guro, lahat ng estudyante na kaklase ko, alam po nila. And sa likod po ng silid-aralan, sa likod po mismo ng classroom, binigyan po ako ng sarili kong upuan doon, which is nandun po ako sa likuran. With the thought of baka makahawa ako. And then they required me to wear a mask, to wear jacket, na as in parang balot na balot ako, na kulang na lang pagkumutin ako. At that time, nalaman ko na the parents of my classmates wants me to get out of the school. Gusto nila akong matanggal sa school with the fear of baka mahawaan po yung mga kaklase ko.
Naging mahirap din ito para sa kanyang ina na nasasaktan para sa kanyang anak. Hanggang sa ngayon, may mangilan-ngilan pa rin hindi lubos na nauunawaan ang kanyang kondisyon.
I shared my story sa social media. Ang pinakamasakit po doon na na-receive ko is, ang bata-bata mo pa, lumandi ka na. So, ayun po. It is somehow really painful, but somehow it is really strengthens me to really make that person na nagsabi sa akin, to make him an ally.
Ito ang nagudyo kay Dwayne na buksan sa publiko ang kanyang kwento para maging inspirasyon sa iba.
Nung 17 years old ako, marami akong tanong na hindi ko maintindihan kung anong sagot. Marami akong sagot na nakuha pero hindi ko naintindihan kung ano ba yun. That's why at the age of 17, I decided to open or to read the case. And doon ko po unang beses na sabihin sa parents ko na kung pwede bumisita kami doon sa kulungan kung saan sila nakakulong. And sinabi sa akin ng mama ko na gusto mo ba itong gawin dahil galit ka o gusto mo itong gawin dahil gusto mo ng sagot. Ang sabi ko, gusto ko itong gawin dahil gusto kong malaman kung ano yung storya na meron sila.
Nakaharap ni Dwayne ang mga nang-abuso sa kanya. Depresyon pala ang nagtulak sa taong nanghalay sa kanya para gawin ang krimen. Nalaman kasi nitong nahawa siya ng HIV ng kanyang misis na nangaliwa sa kanya. Sumuko ang dalawang akusado at umamin sa krimen. Nakatulan sila ng reklusyon perpetua o hanggang 40 taong pagkakabilanggo.
And nung nandun po kami sa kulungan, doon ko na po naririnig yung mga kasamahan po nila na they tried to kill themselves. So, for someone like me na pinalaki ng bukas yung pangunawa, bukas yung mata, what if kung ako yung nandun sa posisyon nila? And then, nung kinausap nila ako, wala silang ibang sinasabi kundi, sorry.
Bakas pa ang mga pilat sa katawan ni Dwayne dahil sa mga tinamo niyang saksak. Pero hindi na raw masasakit na alaala ang nangingibabaw sa kanya, kundi ang kagustuhang makatulong sa iba.